Cursor launched 2 years ago as a fork of VS Code. The pitch was simple: AI autocomplete that actually works. Like having a Copilot sitting next to you, suggesting the next line before you even start typing. And developers loved it. Subscriptions grew fast. Then 6 months ago, Cursor 2.0 dropped, and the Copilot became a captain. Instead of suggesting one line at a time, Cursor's agent could now take a task, plan it out, write the code, run the tests, fix the errors, and ship. You describe what you want. The agent figures out how. Then a few days ago, Composer 2 launched. Cursor's first in-house trained model, optimized specifically for coding tasks. And the benchmarks look genuinely impressive, if you trust benchmarks. Here's the question though. Is this actually making developers better? Or is it turning them into vibe coders who can't write IsEven without asking an AI? 2 years ago, Cursor launched as a fork of VS Code. Same editor, same extensions, same shortcuts, but with one key addition: AI that could autocomplete entire functions, not just words. You'd start typing a function signature, and Cursor would ghost the rest of it in gray. Tab to accept. It was fast, it was useful, and it felt genuinely different from anything else at the time. The Copilot analogy made sense. A Copilot doesn't fly the plane. They handle the routine stuff: checklists, radio calls, monitoring systems, so the pilot can focus on the big picture. Cursor's autocomplete was the same idea. Handle the boilerplate. Let the developer think. 6 months ago, Cursor 2.0 shipped with Composer 1, and the Copilot became a captain. A Copilot assists. A captain commands. Composer 1 introduced full agent mode. You describe a feature in plain English, and the agent reads your code base, writes the code across multiple files, runs the tests, reads the error messages, fixes the bugs, and iterates until it works. 200,000 tokens of context. It can hold an entire large codebase in memory at once. This was a qualitative shift. Before, AI completes lines. After, AI completes tasks. And with agent swarms, multiple agents working in parallel on different parts of the same problem, the gap between typing speed and shipping speed basically disappeared. On March 19, 2026, Cursor announced Composer 2, their first in-house trained model, not a wrapper around Claude or GPT, but a model they built themselves and optimized specifically for coding tasks. The headline numbers: 70% on Cursor Bench, priced at 50 cents per million input tokens and 250 per million output. Better performance, lower cost than competing models. Now, Cursor Bench is Cursor's own benchmark, which means they chose the tasks, they set the scoring, and obviously their model scores well on it. Please bro, trust my benchmark's energy. But even with that caveat, the real-world reviews have been positive. Developers who tried it report it makes fewer mistakes, requires less back-and-forth correction, and actually understands what you're trying to build. Here's the IsEven problem. Someone asked an AI to write a function that checks if a number is even. The AI wrote, if number equals 1, return false. Else if number equals 2, return true. Else if number equals 3, return false. Else if number equals 4, return true. And so on. For 22 cases. The correct solution is one line. Return number mod 2 equals 0. This is the vibe coding failure mode. Not a bug in the code. The code technically works. The failure is that the developer who accepted this output didn't understand what was generated. They vibed. They described a goal. They got something that looked like code. They shipped it. The problem isn't that AI can generate bad code. The problem is that if you can't evaluate what the AI gives you, you'll ship things you don't understand. And that is a software engineering problem, not an AI problem. There are two kinds of developers using these tools right now. The first kind uses Cursor as a force multiplier. They still understand the code. They review what the agent generates. They catch the IsEven situations before they ship. They can go 10 times faster because the AI handles the scaffolding while they handle the thinking. The second kind uses Cursor as a replacement for understanding. They describe features, accept outputs, and ship. This works until it doesn't. And when it doesn't, when there's a bug in code they don't understand, in a code base the AI wrote, they have no idea where to start. The tool isn't the problem. The dependency is. Cursor is a genuinely exceptional tool. The question is whether you're using it to go faster or using it to avoid learning. Composer 2 is real. The performance gains are real. Agent swarms shipping features while you sleep. That's happening right now. And the pace of this isn't slowing down. 2 years ago, autocomplete. 6 months ago, full agent mode. A few days ago, a custom trained model that beats GPT-5 on coding tasks at half the price. Whatever is coming next is going to be faster again. The developers who will thrive in this environment aren't the ones who refuse to use the tools, and they're not the ones who can only use the tools. They're the ones who understand what the tools are doing well enough to catch when they're wrong. Be that developer. Use everything available, but own your code.